Chicago again to the ceiling. No fear, and he's dropped it down. The rookie strikes again.
G2 keeping Flipside on their toes. Renovi up. Gets another touch on it. Might get a third.
Oh man!
Shot! Renovi doing it all himself. Play from earlier in the day. Renovi just taking it all himself. Catching the defense off. And another shot from Rizzo. Sneaks it underneath the crossbar.
He gets this one away. Switches airborne. Keeps it here in the midfield. Gives himself options. He's got Wishy in front of him. Puts it underneath. Oh my goodness. The flip reset off the defender. He pitches it.
The score margin, something we haven't seen pretty much all day.
I'm now up by 2. Game 3 classic though with a read on K-Dub.
Double commit. Defense scrambling from Flipside. Rizzo off the wall. Gonna follow it up. Air dribble in. Rizzo hits it.
And that is his 5th goal of this series so far. I mean, we spend all this time talking about Renovi and J-Nance, but look at...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rocket League Championship Series. Week number 5, this is North American League Play. I am your host, Brody, Leaf X Moore, and as you can tell, we're not in our normal home right now. In fact, you're in my home, but I still welcome you guys in because we're going to watch some great Rocket League today. Let's talk about those matches coming up, and then we'll introduce some more friends so I'm not the only one on your screen. But looking at week number 5, it's going to be just a banger. It's going to be amazing. There's so many good matches. You see NRG versus Pittsburgh Knights. Of course, our match of the day is Pittsburgh Knights versus Sonics. A lot on the line.
Hello, welcome back to RL Talk. Today, I'm going to be previewing, showing you our week 6 predictions really quickly, because obviously it might have already started by the time we get this up, but I promise you all of these predictions have been done before, so I'll just get into this really quickly so we can get on with it. The matches for North America, there's only 5. It is Space Station versus Flight, Sonics versus E United, G2 versus Ghost, Pittsburgh Knights versus Rogue, and NRG versus Cloud9. So, Josh has Space Station to beat Flight 3-1, Sonics to beat United 3-1 as well, then G2 to beat Ghost in possibly a very decisive game for their season for both teams, 3-2. Then he has...
Miss has a catch. He has a shot. No way! Miss somehow finds the net in 0 seconds.
Oh, Mince, what a first...
Then he has Pittsburgh Knights beating Rogue 3-2, which could also be a very decisive game for both teams. And final game of the day, he has NRG beating Cloud9 3-1, although he did say he would be surprised if Cloud9 does take 2 games or even possibly the series. So, what that does for Josh's table is G2 first, 6-0 and at a plus 12 game differential. Second, NRG 6-1 at a plus 10 game differential. Third, joint third, Susquehanna Sonics and Space Station 5-1 at a plus 7 game differential, but Sonics would be in front because they beat Space Station. Fifth, Ghost 3-4 at a 0 game differential. Sixth, Pittsburgh Knights 3-4 at a minus 2 game differential. 7th, E United 2-5 at a minus 5 game differential. 8th, Cloud9 1-5 at a minus 8 game differential. 9th, Flight 1-6 at a minus 10 game differential, and 10th, Rogue 1-6 and at a minus 11 game differential. So Rogue in 11th by a game. So, for my predictions, I have Space Station versus Flight 3-1 to Space Station, Sonics versus United 3-2 to Sonics, G2 to beat Ghost 3-1, Rogue to actually beat Pittsburgh Knights in 5 games, which could save Rogue, and then NRG to beat Cloud9 3-1, but I also wouldn't be very surprised if Cloud9 took 2 games or even the series. So, what that does for my table, G2 first 6-0 at a plus 13 game differential. Second, NRG 6-1 at a plus 10 game differential. Third, Space Station 5-1 at a plus 7 game differential. Fourth, Susquehanna Sonics 5-1 at a plus 6 game differential. Fifth, Ghost 3-4 at a minus 1 game differential. Then 6th and 7th, Pittsburgh Knights and E United 2-5 at a minus 4 game differential. 8th, Rogue 2-5 at a minus 9 game differential. And then 9th, Cloud9 1-5 at a minus 8 game differential. And in 10th, still bringing up the rear, Flight 1-6 at a minus 10 game differential. So, over to EU, and the fixtures for the day are Barcelona versus Team Singularity, TSM versus Endpoint, Mouse versus Veloce, Reciprocity versus Monaco, and Dignitas versus Vitality. So, Josh has Barcelona to beat Team Singularity in 5. Then he has TSM to beat Endpoint, also in 5. Mouse to make hard work of Veloce and beat them 3-2. Reciprocity to beat AS Monaco 3-1, so not a sweep, so he has AS Monaco taking a game against Reciprocity, which is fair enough. And then he has Dignitas to beat Vitality in probably the most entertaining series we'll have all day in a 5 game. So 3-2 to them. So, here we have it for Josh's table. We have first Dignitas 6-0 at a plus 8 game differential. Then joint second and third we have Renault Vitality and Veloce, so they're joint second at a 5-2 record at a plus 8 game differential. Then joint fourth is Barcelona and Mouse at 4-2 and at a plus 4 game differential. Sixth, Reciprocity 4-3 at a plus 3 game differential. Seventh, TSM 2-5 at a minus 6 game differential. Eighth, Team Singularity 2-5 at a minus 8 game differential. Ninth, Endpoint 1-5 at a minus 7 game differential. And 10th, AS Monaco at a 0-7 record and a minus 14 game differential. Okay, so over to me for my predictions for EU. I actually have Barcelona sweeping Team Singularity, and then I actually have TSM being beaten by Endpoint 3-2. I also have another series going the opposite team, Veloce making hard work of Mouse and beating them in 5 games. And then my other 2 predictions are just like Josh's. I have Reciprocity beating AS Monaco 3-1, and then Dignitas beating Renault Vitality 3-2. So for EU, both of our predictions pretty similar. After I got in week 5, I got 41 out of 48 points for EU. So yes. So, anyway, here we go. For my table, I have Dignitas first, 6-0 and at a plus 8 game differential. Second, Veloce 6-1 at a plus 10 game differential. Third, Renault Vitality 5-2 at a plus 8 game differential. Fourth, Barcelona 4-2 at a plus 6 game differential. Fifth, Reciprocity 4-3 at a plus 3 game differential. Sixth, Mouse 3-3 at a plus 2 game differential. Then 7th, I have Endpoint 2-4 at a minus 5 game differential. 8th, Team Singularity 2-4 at a minus 7 game differential. 9th, TSM 1-6 at a -7 game differential. At a minus. Sorry, at a -7 game differential. Yes, I am correct in that. And then Monaco 0 and 7 at a -14 game differential. Okay, there you go. There are predictions for North America and EU week 6, which is obviously a double header. So South America and Oceania does not, just doesn't count. It'll be the final week of South America this weekend, but not for Oceania. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the action today and on the weekend. But I will see you at multiple points across the week for week 5 and 6 review and a week 7 preview. So Josh will also be there. But yeah, until then, hope you guys enjoy your Rocket League action. Bye.
Saw you in that red dress. I can't seem to understand how you got all that finesse. Still been running in circles inside my head. What's